Hello there, YouTubers. Been working on this stand now pretty hard for, I'm gonna take you out of this stand. I've been working on this stand pretty hard for a couple days now. That's kind of, it might be done, it might not be done, I'm not sure. I started out scrapping some of this old steel, had some holes drilled in and stuff like that, but I don't care about it. I cut a notch out of here and then bent that over and kind of welded it back on. Welds aren't quite as good as Jeffrey's, but I think they'll work. I put a cross leg on that so they couldn't spew out any further, and that kept the angles a little bit. Then I found this plate here. It looks like I need to paint it, but I don't think I will. This is some of the bathroom divider stuff. I kind of machined it out to just kind of hold the blade on. So I'll take that off and bring the blade over and put it up on there. I got it's not really a official collar. The dimensions and all that stuff, just something to hold the blade, but I had to make it come out a little bit proud of that so the blade wouldn't hit there and there. It might still hit up there. Now I'm gonna put my plan with this is this thing won't come out unless you get it just the right angle. Kind of weird, it's just kind of the way it is. I'm gonna run a ground grabber in there. You guys remember the ground grabbers, where you're gonna get to see one again, because I want to pull that stand down. Like, I think that thing's got the ability to pull that thing down. A little breezy out here, so you might catch some wind. I'll put you back here. I'm gonna try to make it this side of the center so it pulls toward the back. I have an adjustment in there I didn't show you. There's a screw there, I've bolted in there. I can't quite see it in there. That I can change the leg of the height, because I don't know what angle I want this blade at. Now I get the old ground grab out and run. I'll be using their pull down, which I think will work for this. This is if you've never seen it, you run a masonry bit in there and then run that big screw in there, and I think it'll hold the world down, is what I'm planning on. So they say put a masonry bit in there, so I'm behind center, maybe too much. Get through all the rocks sometimes. Don't want to come out. Don't want to lose that hole, man. There's some rocks in there. Then take that out and you put the little socket thing they got you for it. Oh, you got to put this on there. You got to put this on first, so it can't come off. That was the problem with the ones I had. Now hopefully this go in. The ground's dry as a rock and hard as a rock. That's how the ground grabber thing works. Then I try to make this thing, I guess a lot of things are made safe minus one hurt, one injury, and I kind of want this to be safe without any injuries is what I'm looking for. In other words, a lot of things are made, and if they've been made just a little bit, they make it, and then when they find out it's not safe, they back up their plan. I'd like to have this thing like made safe on the first go round is what I'm shooting for. Now I don't know the angle. Now that's a little bit more play than I wanted, but I guess it's acceptable. That thing's pretty started. I'm gonna put a blade on there now. So you got that. I think you saw that. I'm gonna just put you back here and try to roll a blade over and sit up there. I think I want the blade standing up a little bit more straight than that. I'll put the blade, I'll bring you around. I'll bring it around when I put the collar thing on. This blade, I think it's only a 48. This is the one that got wrecked down at the farm park, I think in the spring. I might be picking this up. windy that you can't hear. I put something on the back of that, but I can't do anything with the wind. I got the I think the wind though coming from, no, maybe that's the way it should be coming from. I don't know. I'll try to get this on. I got a 2-inch lip there. Maybe if I put all this stuff on here, made a little collar there and collar there and collar there, but then you can't see it. Let me see if I can't raise it up, get it on that. There it goes. Can you see the little nub? Now hopefully this will fit on there. Yep, see that'll work good. I don't know whether to put the nut on the back way or front way. Haven't really decided. I wanted to be able to turn a little bit. Yeah, that's just about where I wanted it. And it's still, it seems fairly solid. Oh man, the wind's coming up bad. I guess you guys ain't gonna hear nothing. I'm gonna see if I can't make it straighter up. I don't know, that might be, I don't know. It's just, right now it's got a heck of an angle on it, and if I get you this way, you might be able to see the angle. I think I'll loosen it up and see if I can't get it straighter up. I gotta loosen this thing here up. Which that wasn't any problem. Take this nut out, probably tip the whole thing over front ways. Which, if that was to happen, this blade isn't any big deal. I can move this back. Let me see the, okay, that's my highest screw right there. Actually don't really need to put that in there, but I will, because if I don't, I'll lose it. Thinking about putting some spikes in the bottom of this. That's the only thing I might do. Let me tell you, that thing is tight. That thing is tight. That's got it standing up a little straighter. I guess, yeah, you saw me doing it. I think that'd probably be just about good enough. Because we're going to have sign that saw at the Bunion Show. And they can sign it here. Little kids can sign it down there. I think on the saw blade that I'm there, I'm going to put clock marks on it. In other words, if you're watching this, I'll get a crayon out just for example. And the reason that I'm thinking about doing that is because we're going to try to photograph everybody. So if this was 1, this would be 6 down here. This would be 3 at about here. We'll just put there. So this would be 9 at about here. Then you got 10, 11, 10, 11. Then 1, 2, yeah, about there. 1, 2, 3, then about 4. Yeah, 5, 6, there's 7, 8. They're not even, but I'm thinking about doing that on the other blade, and the reason I'm thinking about doing that is because then when somebody signs their name, they just got to remember where they're at, because I'm hoping there's going to be over 500 signatures on the blade. Now this blade here is going up to Carroll County. I'm going to try to sell this blade. I don't need it, it's junk. I got enough junk around here. I'd rather have the money than the junk. People that make knives might want it. People want to make a sign might want it. People might want to take it to a Bunion Show might want it. I got no idea. But I'm I'm going to take it up there. I'm going to try to sell some of those saw shanks. Pretty pleased with the way it came out. The other blade is going to be higher than this. Like I said, I think this is a 40-24. Of course, I don't have a tape over here. Here's a tape. I think this is a 24. Yeah, 48. It's 24 and a half. So you got that up to the top. The other one is a 54. So you got to go up to about 27. So it'll cover this kind of mess up there. It's a little. It took a couple days to make, but it sure did take me a long time. So it is just a project I got going on now. I can't get the camera out of the tripod. Anyhow, that's my little plastic collar that I made to hold it. It did all the stuff that I wanted to do. See, it cleared it up there, cleared the bolts there. You can't see it, but there's stove bolts holding this piece of, there's some kind of plastic on there. That bad boy is tight. Those things hold. So it's pretty, I mean, you can, I might have the wife come out and test it, see what she thinks. I'm pretty pleased with that. It seems pretty solid. I don't think you're gonna knock it over. But I'm gonna go get her and get an approval or disapproval. I don't know which. I think she'll probably like it for a change. See if I can get back and shake it. I think that'll be pretty sturdy, guys. I don't think they're gonna knock that off. And like I said, you can loosen it up and spin it if you want. Which, if you spun it with sharp teeth on it, would be no good. Now I'm going to show you, while we got you here, I'm going to show you what the old timers used to do to fix the shanks. Some of them, can you see that? That's from a clamp-on swedger. Those are the marks they leave. I don't know if you can see that. Clamp-on swedging, a roller swedger, I think is what they call it. It's just, but these shanks are shot. They're pretty rounded here. Not, you could saw with them. I mean, we sawed with them. You only saw once. Who knows how often. Now this saw, see what happens? Can you see the rut starting to get into here? There's a rut starting to form on some of these from the sawdust coming around. And I can't see any nomenclature on the blade. It's just two pitted. It kind of looks like it's got a hammer tone finish, and that's kind of the finish that I wanted to put on that blade that was going up to the bunion show. So I'm okay with all that. I think it's going to be fine. Usually they put their marking on this side here. I don't know why. It could be an off-breed saw. I don't see any numbers on it. If I take a light and put it on there sideways, you know, like at a glance, I might be able to pick up some numbers. Anyhow, that's about it for this one. Do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and if you want to see more of what's going on here, hit the bell. Oh, the only thing I might do is put a chain down to here so it can only open up a certain amount, so it can't over mount. So I might work on doing that. So anyhow, I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you later now. Bye bye.